One of these things is not like the other one. Hey, what's up, family? I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are Two Crazy Ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics, and every Monday we go live on Keto Beyond the Couch because life exists beyond the couch.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time Joe has whipped cream and Rachel does not, you'll be alerted to it.
I can't get to the coffee without getting...
I gave you a Rachel amount of whipped cream.
I see that. Rachel made coffee today.
I did, and I didn't...
Where's your whipped cream?
I didn't add any whipped cream because it's back. Problems with whipped cream. If it is easily accessible to me, I will, no kidding, no exaggeration, finish an entire can of whipped cream in a single day.
Easily accessible. We have like 10 cans.
So I want to have deals. I want to take advantage of deals, right?
Yeah, so we should probably back up. So a couple weeks ago, Publix had whipped cream on sale. Buy one, get one free.
Right.
Which, yes, it has sucralose in it as opposed to making yourself, which a lot of times we would use sucralose anyway, so it's not a big deal. But it literally makes it cheaper than making your own. It just makes it cheaper because we make our own a lot using our whipped cream dispenser, but the cartridges for the machine are expensive and heavy cream is expensive. So buy one, get one free is a deal. So we bought like 12 or 14 of them.
And
because they're good until like September.
But I wasn't going to wait to eat them until September. I was going to polish them off very, very quickly. So it's not that I want to do the right thing in the absence of doing the wrong thing, right? Mm-hmm. I want to be able to make good decisions, even sometimes in the midst of perfectly keto food that I still sometimes having an issue with. So this week, it's going to be no whipped cream for Rachel.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad thing to do, you know. I think sometimes we start consuming something that isn't necessarily bad for us when you have a little bit of it, but when you consume a lot of it, and it's like overtaking your life can become a bad thing. And I think a lot of times our first instinct is, I'm never having that again in the rest of my life.
Right.
Well, I mean, if you
true.
can do that, great. And
it's
with certain things, it's probably a good idea. Like, you know, if you were a drug addict, it's probably good to say, I'm never going to have a drug again the rest of my life.
Yeah.
You know, if it is something that is truly a problem, like for me, I'm never planning on having regular bread the rest of my life because I am afraid that I would just want to eat bread over and over and over and over again. But sometimes with things like this, sometimes we just find that it just creeps into our lives more than we want it to be. And instead of being that little treat, you know, we start doing it all the time. So it's good every once in a while to just go for a week, for 2 weeks, for a month, you know, 30, 60, 90 days. We take a little break. So it's not like I'm never going to have a sweetener again, like, you know, using stevia or monk fruit or whatever your chosen sweetener is. But to say, you know what, I'm starting to get to the point where every day or every meal has to be sweet. Well, then go, you know what? I'm going to take a 30-day break from that.
You know what is important to
reset
do
you
every once in a while also?
What?
Be a pirate. I think that every single... You know, once in a while, you need to be a pirate.
Yeah, you like being a pirate.
That's what we're going to do today.
You just want an excuse to dress up.
Yes, obviously. And for it to be okay. For it to be perfectly fine for me to do that.
So we are headed to, I don't know the official name for it. We're going to call it the Fort Lauderdale Pirate Fest.
There you go.
And it's just a little free festival in downtown Fort Lauderdale. And we're going to go down there. I've never heard of it before, But honestly, for us, before diving, I never went that far east because I don't like traffic.
Right.
And I am the kind of person that will drive literally 10 miles out of my way to avoid traffic. Like, it will take me longer to get somewhere for me to avoid the traffic that I would be sitting in, but I don't like sitting in traffic. And so as you head east, there's usually a lot of traffic. There's probably a good keto message in there somewhere, but my mind is drawing a blank. Something about, like, you know, calming down and waiting, and, you know.
We have a hard time with that.
But yeah, I do not do well with that, just sitting in a space and not moving. I don't do well with that.
But today, we're expecting that being patient and going all the way east will result in us having a good time.
So because I don't ever go there, we didn't even know about this, but the dive shop has got a booth there. Just kind of get the word out. And I'm excited to just go. We're going to hang out at the booth for a little while, walk around. I don't know how big it is. I don't know how small it is. I don't know what's there. I just know that there's food, which we probably will not partake in because we're going out to eat tonight.
Yum.
Are you excited for that?
I'm excited for Brazilian Steakhouse. I'm always excited for Brazilian Steakhouse, but I'm especially excited this morning because I'm about to don the costume of a tavern wench. Well, we're going to church this morning, obviously, clearly. No, we're actually going to...
I'm trying to, like, see the whole you.
Oh, sorry. We're going to Pirate Fest here in Fort Lauderdale, and I am so stinking excited. I actually bought a costume for it. So Joe is so merciful. He is just dressed normal, like a normal human being. And I'm coming as a pirate wench because I can. Okay, so I am here with Randy. Yeah. We got to meet here at Pirate Fest. And I'm so excited because we talk about lionfish a lot. So we're scuba diving. We talk about lionfish being an invasive species. Right. We need to not have them here, and they're so prolific in their reproduction that it's crazy, and they do a lot of damage to our reef. So you have not taken this issue sitting down, but you've actually repurposed the lionfish. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
So I've been a scuba instructor for 30 years. And so when I moved to the Keys about 10 years ago, it just became this automatic thing. Everybody was diving and we're all seeing lionfish. We're killing the lionfish. And I'm like, wait, you need to do something more than just eat the lionfish. You need to do something where you can show it off and then teach more people about it so that more people can get in on it. And then even if they're wearing it or they use the pen, like I have all these pens with lionfish spines in them, then you can teach somebody about it. And it's the whole idea. That's my whole evil plan. Just to get rid of the lionfish, make them into something beautiful that people can talk about, teach more people. Because you never know, the next person might go diving, or the next person might learn how to dive for the first time, or learn how to spear, or go order it in a restaurant. You don't know. But at least it's something, and they're doing something towards getting rid of these lionfish that are so invasive and killing off all our baby fish. And so the next generation, they say, is not going to never taste snapper, won't taste lobsters, because the baby fish will be eaten by the lionfish when they're so young that they never get to the part where we can actually feed them, you know.
So that's really, really important. And you created something truly beautiful. So if somebody is watching this after Pirate Fest, how could they find you?
I have an Etsy site called Lionfish Expressions, and I have a website called just lionfishjewelry.com, and they can go to both of those and find me on there.
Well, I just purchased the octopus that's like this one, and I absolutely love it because it is nice and spread out. And then Joe got one that has a cross on it. So really for men or, women, great jewelry, and a lot of other things like bottle openers and and pins, really just cool stuff. So thanks for being here. Okay, so I am here with Gretchen, and it's so funny. So I see on her shirt, shark hugger, and the thought of sharks in the water was a little bit of a deterrent when it came to seeking out scuba diving, but it's probably because I, like so many people, misunderstand sharks. So can you tell us a little bit about the organization that you're a part of and what you do to change the public relations for sharks?
Yeah, so I'm a research assistant here at the American Shark Conservancy, and we're just a small nonprofit group of awesome ladies that do everything from outreach events to educational presentations, all things shark related. And then we also have a number of research projects ongoing currently So we're able to study sharks from all angles, talk with the public, talk with people in the industry, and, kind of put together a different idea of sharks and deliver that to the public. But
What do you think is people's biggest misunderstandings when it comes to sharks?
I think people are just, under the misconception that the second you're in the water, that shark is gunning right for you. And in my experience, I've done a number of dives with sharks, and I'm always the one in the water trying to get them to come near me. And they want, we're just big, giant disruptions in the water, and they're, they fear us, and they don't see us as prey or as targets and want really nothing to do with us. And I think it's just scary for people because all they see is, this giant mussel with teeth coming for them in the water. And
Right.
the second they get in the water, there's going to be a shark there. But that's definitely not necessarily true.
So obviously you had a love for sharks before you joined this organization. But since you have been researching them over the years, what is something that you were surprised to learn?
I was surprised to learn how afraid people are of sharks. I didn't really realize that. I was in South Africa where people were killing great white sharks because of fear, and just didn't understand what we're trying to teach now, that really, the sharks, we're not their prey, we're not their target, we're not their food source, and people really shouldn't have a reason to fear them, and they're very needed in our ecosystem, and they clean up the diseased and dying organisms in the ocean, and without them, that's going to disrupt the balance. So they're incredibly important.
And that is what is important, is the balance. Not the balance of what do I want to see when I am scuba diving, because I want all the cutes,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
And I want nothing of a predator, but if we don't have sharks,
Exactly.
we're going to be in trouble.
Exactly.
So, that's very important. So how can people find your organization if they would like to help?
So you can find us on any of the social networks. We have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have Facebook. Feel free to follow us, give us a shout out. We're always looking for volunteers to come, spread the word about sharks and about what we do here at our organization. So feel free to get in contact with us and join us.
Well, something that Gretchen was saying earlier before we started talking on camera was something that we can do is make sure that we're scuba diving going out on not a cloudy condition, because when visibility is tough, I can't see them, they can't see us, right? So that's really one of those very isolated incidents where you might have a case of mistaken identity.
Exactly.
Which is really is the only time when they would bite somebody, right? They don't like us.
Right. They don't like us. They have no desire for our flesh, and we're pretty bony creatures, and they don't have arms. They aren't able to reach out and feel us. So unfortunately, they're using that sensory system, their mouth, to kind of feel what we are, and that could prove fatal for us. But stay in those nice, clear, calm water days, and
You're going to be happy too. That's what you
that's what you
want
want to see.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
You guys know I really enjoy lionfish hunting for two reasons. First of all, they taste really good. Second of all, as we've talked about before, they're killing our reefs and we need to get rid of them. But when you find the nice big ones, you got to bring them home. But, they do have the poisonous spines. And we're here with Steve at Aquatic Hunt, and he's got a really cool device that's going to help protect me when I'm out on the reef. So, Steve, tell us a little bit about the Aquatic Hunt.
Well, this is our new product called the Lionfish Locker that we're launching on Indiegogo. It is developed around the needs of the lionfish hunter. So you can see that we have built-in spear storage so you can splash and not lose your spear. We have the quick insertion, right? So you take your spear, you've speared your fish in and out, and the lionfish stays inside. We have the screen on the bottom. So when it comes time to hand this up on the boat with the fish, it drains instantly. All the water comes right out. And then finally, when you're ready to empty out your fish, all you do is pop this open, dump out the fish, completely hands off, no fear. Just enjoy the lionfish and have a fun day on the boat.
So, Steve, tell me, what makes this better than, I have the Zookeeper right now. So, and recently I was out diving. She doesn't believe me, but I had 8 lionfish in my Zookeeper and the top unscrewed, and I was losing them. So what makes this better than something like the Zookeeper?
So that's one of the things that this solves that problem, because this lid isn't going to come off. You're going to notice if this opens while you're diving, you're just going to close it, right? So additionally, it has some additional features. I mean, the Zookeeper is a great product, but this thing
I
just
really
takes
like
it to
the
the next
spear
level.
thing.
Yeah, you got the spear, you got the drain, you got the control handle, and you have all these clip locations. Whether you want to run a line here or run this on your leg, you want to clip off to your hip, you have all kind of options, whether you're a lefty or a righty.
Now, what is the price on this going to be?
So right now it's on Indiegogo for the initial launch.
Okay.
So it's 30% off. This small one is $63.
Oh, wow. I paid like $100 and something for my Lionfish keeper.
Exactly. So we're trying to be a value in the marketplace so they get more people into the sport so that we can save our reefs.
Cool. Thank you very much. We'll leave a link for the aquatic hunt down below.
Okay, so it is pretty loud outside because of the pirate music.
For sure.
But I am here with a Judy from Sea Turtle Oversight Protection, or STOP. She's here in Fort Lauderdale, the Fort Lauderdale area. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
We are a volunteer group that watches the turtle nest at night to make sure the hatchlings get to the water, because we have lighting issues and they go to the street or they stay on the beach instead of getting in the water. So we're allowed to get them there so that in 20 years they can come back and nest again.
Which is so amazing. And I have to say, there's nothing for me more magical since we started scuba diving than actually having the opportunity to see a sea turtle living its best life.
Yes.
So I think it's so important. So if you're in the Fort Lauderdale area, you do accept volunteers.
Yes,
You need volunteers.
we're always looking for volunteers. If you don't know what to do with yourself overnight, you stay up, you have an insomniac, come work with us. Our shifts are 8 to midnight or midnight to 4 a.m. and we cover the every beach in Broward County. So we need lots of volunteers.
And how can people find you?
To go to our website, which is www.seaturtleop.org. They can find us and look at the volunteer information there.
So I am here at the Traveler's Wheel for human-powered snow cones. And we did bring some Redmond Relight with us for the day to hydrate. So I can still participate in all of the fun without adding the sugar to it. So I am going to run to grind the ice to make my snow cone. So here we go. Oh my gracious, that Pirate Fest was so good, but now I am ready to eat and I couldn't wear my winch's costume.
Yeah, so we went home. We got changed. I'm wearing my Savage Creed shirt that I picked up at Keto Con. Absolutely love this shirt. And we're going to head on over to Texas Day, Brazil, because I don't feel like cooking. We want a lot of different meat, and we have a 50% off coupon. So like win, 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 win. So we're gonna go eat some dinner at Texas de Brazil.
We gonna eat. We gonna eat. We came here to shop first, and I'm like, I'm done with shopping. Can we please eat?
So I am gonna start off with a whole bunch of cheese, but I use that throughout the night where I put it on my steak. We got some chimichurri for all of my different meats. The guy just came by and said, you want the last piece of filet mignon? Then I've got some salami, some pickles, jalapenos. I like to cut little pieces off and put them with my meat. I've got a couple carrots and some cauliflower and some cucumbers. Oh, and garlic. Don't forget the garlic.
So first up for me is grabbing my Redmond. Gotta have my Redmond here. I'm starting out with some salmon, sun-dried tomatoes, and lots of good shrimpies. And I got a nice dollop of goat cheese to get me started.
I am so cold right now.
I am so full, like I can barely move. It was delicious though.
Do you get cold after you eat a whole bunch of meat? I get cold. Some people get sweats. I get cold.
I'm literally wearing 2 jackets, so yes.
Is that why you're wearing 2 jackets? Because
anticipate
you
the cold now.
anticipated it? So
Protein.
we're going to go home. We may or may not close this vlog out when we get home. I have a feeling we're going to go collapse into a meat coma.
Yeah, we'll probably see you in the morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It is early.
It is very early, and I am still pretty freaking full from last night.
I'm really full. I mean, that Brazilian steakhouse, I'm sorry.
Hello.
It is so good. The only problem was we got there at the same time as a party of 19. So we're watching the servers like circle their table like,
meat is so close.
come over here, please. But the manager even came over at one point and he's like, hey, how's everything doing? Because I really feel like they give good service to Texas de Brazil. They really do.
They really, really do. I mean, Orlando is our absolute favorite, but I feel like they read the room.
Yeah.
Like they notice when people have like a forlorn stare going on.
Yeah, and the manager came over. He's like, is everything good? And I'm like, And he was like, what can we get you? And I'm like, I want the flank steak because flank steaks become my jam at Brazilian steakhouses.
Picanha for me.
And picanha. And I'm like, I know this is weird, but I want the bacon wrapped chicken whenever I go. And within 5 minutes, they all come to the table.
Right at the table.
Now, people ask us all the time. I see it a lot of times in Facebook and stuff of which ones are our favorite, which ones are the best ones. And there's really 3 main ones here in Florida. You have Fogo de Chao, Texas de Brazil, and Rodizio Grill. Fogo de Chao, for me, I think they're all very similar.
Yes.
I really do think they're similar. Fogo de Chao is one that we generally don't go to because they upsell you a lot. They have like, well, we have these special things. I'm like, I just want the meat.
Right.
Just give me the meat. Give me the meat that I'm paying $50 or $60 for.
Yeah.
And it's if you're looking at like elegance and ambiance, Fogo de Chao is definitely at the top. But if you just want quality meat, I think they're all similar. Texas de Brazil becomes our favorite because we get the 50% off coupons.
Yeah, Fogo de Chao keeps trying to tell you, like, are you sure you don't want sparkling water? Because I think it'll taste, like, so much better. Or we have, like, flat water that's, like, bottled. And I don't like when people try to hard sell me.
Yeah. And then we go to Rodizio Grill a lot because they'll have a lot of specials. Like, they have a Mother's Day special coming up, and it's, like, $30. So, like, we'll go there, and it's, it's about the same distance as Texas de Brazil, but honestly, I think any of them are, like, good. So, we're having some almost carnivore, non-dairy hot chocolate.
Right.
Except for I'm about to make it dairy.
I know.
Do you want me to not put this on mine?
No.
I mean, I can give you some.
No, I said I wasn't gonna eat it, and I'm not gonna eat it.
I mean, how do you have hot chocolate without whipped cream on it?
I'm sorry. I totally just, like, spoiled it for you.
That's as close to carnivore hot chocolate as you can get.
And I'm gonna tell you.
And it's non-dairy.
Okay, so just like it tastes delicious when you
Or it was non-dairy.
have bacon dipped in chocolate. Like, I can't explain it to you except for salty and sweet with that rich, like, meaty back note is really, really tasty. Making the chocolate core keto chow with the beef tallow.
Yeah, so that's what this is. This is chocolate
So
core.
good.
So this is a beef protein keto chow. They only have it in chocolate, and it's only available in the little bags right now. Hopefully they'll put it out in the big bag.
Yeah.
I'd like them to put it out in the big bag. So, you know, pretty much you have a stevia sweetener, and then you have chocolate.
Right.
So, and I think there's a little bit of acacia gum in here, but not much. But that's as close to carnivore hot chocolate as you're going to get because it's a beef protein. And then what I did was I added 3 tablespoons of this Wagyu beef tallow. Tallow. I don't know. My mouth's not working today. So what I do, I treat this just like butter. I put it in the microwave. I melt it for about a minute in a glass cup, and then put it with warm water. Put it in the Vitamix, mix it all up. And then if you want it warmer, I put it into the microwave in our glasses to warm it up or get it hot.
So good.
When you are, I don't know about the tallow. I've never tried this with the tallow. But what I have found is people talk about like, I use keto chow and I'm trying to use butter. And I used melted butter and I was using warm water and it's still like clumped up. Sometimes you're using too hot of water. So if you use too hot of water, it does something to the protein and it gets clumpy. So use warm water. So whenever we use coconut oil, if we use butter or if we use the tallow, we use warm water. Like you want water that is warm enough that's going to keep this melted. So somewhere around 90, 95 degrees is perfect. And then if you want it hot afterwards, then go stick it back in the microwave and heat it up. But is that not a good hot chocolate?
It's
and we're just
absolutely
splitting one.
delicious. And I will say every single time we reach into this little tallow bucket,
It's a really good moisturizer.
I absolutely wipe my arms down my face. It feels so good. A lot of times people will say like, what is your facial routine? My facial routine is eating a lot of meat and then also like utilizing salt scrubs from Redmond and wiping my face with beef tallow.
Yeah, it works.
It really does.
So yeah, we have a link for this down below. If you use that link, you get 10% off everything. And I will put a link. I get this on Amazon. And so this is really good.
Delicious.
You can use it for cooking. You can use it for your keto chow if you want to have a beef fat. I'm going diving, but we did get a shipment yesterday of
Speaking of
carnivore crust.
beef fat
And I wanted
or
to see,
fatty beef,
what did you order for me?
all the things.
All the things? Let's see. What did we get?
All the things. Some of the things you're going to be really excited about, and some of the things you are not going to be really excited about. I'm not going to be excited about them either if that makes you feel any better.
Why?
Because we got to. We have to.
You got me some beef heart.
I feel like you're probably going to be playing one for you, one for Tabitha to try to get through that bag.
Okay, so bison. The bison is really good.
Really, really good.
I really like the pork loin.
Me too.
The top sirloin. Ooh, we've got 2 of these.
I got extra this month because we are going camping for a few days. And I feel like this is the perfect thing to just bring with us to the Keys.
2 ribeyes.
Ribeyes.
You can have those.
Thank you.
I'm taking these.
I know. Sirloin.
You know what the best part about I'm taking these? No, these are the briskets.
Oh, well, you may have to share one of those
No,
bags.
you get the ribeye because I'm not a ribeye fan. I'll take the brisket.
I thought I got a sirloin. I did. These ones are yours.
Yeah, but I want this. And these are bigger bags.
This is a bowling ball gift.
Like you get 2, I get 2.
This is a bowling ball gift. Like, I want to go bowling, but I bought the gift for you.
And then some of the chicken.
Yes.
I like the chicken.
I like to make nachos out of those.
Oh, you ordered one of the... which one is this? I want to play with this.
I know. You need to. We have one other container of it, but I feel like as soon as you start playing with it, you're gonna blow through that bottle and you're gonna need a
I
backpack.
literally just had a knife. I literally just had one. There it is.
After you've already manhandled it.
Wow. So, the grass-fed beef flour.
Yeah, I
So-
feel like this is gonna be the most versatile, but like I wanna make sure that you have enough to actually play with, and then once you get a recipe just right, to duplicate. And then obviously that's Joe's favorite part of any package.
Okay, I'm going diving. We need to end this vlog.
Shouldn't we wait to see if you're gonna get some fish?
Oh yeah, well I am gonna go lionfish. It is hogfish and grouper season, but I don't have a spear yet to catch those. I need to learn how to do that properly and also buy a spear. That would probably help.
Probably.
But yeah, I will go for some lionfish. While I'm diving, what are your plans for the day?
I am going to organize the Keto Chow cabinet. Now we have cleaned it out before,
Good luck with that.
but I need to organize it perfectly. So I'm actually going to do a little investment in some shoe boxes and label them, and I'm gonna make you proud.
Do we have any peach mango in there?
We don't know. We don't know.
If there's peach mango in there, we
Right
probably
now.
need to give it away.
Give it
'Cause-
away now.
Give it away. Give it away. Okay, I'm taking a bag with this of this when I go diving.
Okay.
I need something, I'm gonna figure it out. My heart's been screaming for a chance to be set free. I see that you're beaming from ear to ear. I wanna know why you smile so much. 'Cause in my mind your life is so much smaller. 'Cause in my mind what I believe seems so much more. You say you're confused, but you're completely fine with that. I know that you wonder, but there's no way you're lost. Hold my head underwater until I can't breathe. Hold my head underwater until I see what you see. You know I'm impressed with you. You seem to be so free. You seem to be so self-assured. That's not me. I wanna wake up and do what I wanna do. I wanna think less and live a little more. You know you impress me. You got a head on your shoulders, but you have such a wild side too. Can you teach me how you learned this? How to balance the two? How to open my mind like you? Hold my head underwater until I can't breathe. Hold my head underwater until I see what you see.
Oh, that looks good. You got a big one. You got one.
I got one.
Good job. Did you have a good dive?
I had a good dive, but I'm tired.
You look tired.
So the seas were like really calm, but the like current was ripping. Like on the first dive, I mean, you dove in. He actually said, like, listen, the current is strong. So make sure when you jump in, we're going out on a wreck. He's like, jump in.
Running?
Grab the line. Like, literally, like, reach your arm out and grab the mooring line as you're dropping to the water. And the guy that I was diving with, he didn't grab the line.
Oh, no.
And within, like, literally, within 5 seconds, he was at the stern of the boat already. So they had to throw him a tag line, bring him back to the front. But then the second dive, we went out on the wreck, or not on the wrecks, on the reef, but I got dropped on these tugboats. They're called the Qualman tugs, and then you drift. And about halfway through, there's this nice big lionfish. So brought him home. We got a little bit of fish here. I'm honestly, after dinner last night, I'm not super hungry.
Oh my gosh, me neither. But I'm really glad that you caught a fish though.
And and the thing is like, talk about fresh.
Right.
Like literally 3 hours ago, this guy was swimming around in the water.
He was swimming around. We've got to cheers to this fish here.
So all I did was a couple tablespoons of butter in a pan with a little bit of garlic, and that's it. Again, I do not like fish.
That is delicious. That is crazy good.
It is very sweet and does not taste like fish at all. Like, not at all. It doesn't even have a super fishy texture. Like a little bit of a fish texture, but
very nice and flaky.
It's flaky but firm at the same time. Like, I really, really like this.
I mean, I don't want an invasive species, but I do enjoy them being around for me to eat.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
No, I mean, it's you know, it's amazing the amount of eggs that they will drop and how much they eat and what they're doing to our reefs, because they're eating all of the baby fish and then all of the other fish have nothing to eat, and then you lose the corals, you lose the fish, and so you just got to get rid of them.
I am enjoying doing my part to help the ecosystem.
To help the ecosystem. And you got your jewelry too.
Yes, I did. Oh my goodness. Well, we had such a fun time going to the Pirate Fest, and I got another necklace. It's not this one, but I got another necklace, an octopus one that has the lionfish barbs in it.
That's just a cool way to like do something with all the spines and stuff.
Repurpose.
So, how was your day?
It was really a great day, and I am organizing this house. You know,
I see you had like all of the keto chow. We have a lot of keto chow.
We have a lot of keto chow, but I was just making sure that like I have everything labeled, organized. I'm trying to do better.
I am not that organized. You are so much better than me.
Well, I'm just in love with like Miriam's systems in her home. It's working, and I know that I need to be better. It's like a constant quest to get better in that area. And I know I can do it. I just need to like one small step at a time.
Well, we are going to close out this vlog here. Now, if you like seeing videos like this, take a look at some of the videos we have linked right over there. Also, make sure you take a look at our most recent videos I'm going to put right over here.
But whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon, and that way every single time we go fishing, you'll be alerted to it.
Till next time.
Bye.